today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the 2021 AFC-NFC Pro Bowl. Foles and the NFC taking on Aaron Rodgers and the AFC.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Well, we are a week away from Super Bowl 55 in Tampa, but the very best players in the NFL have made the trip out to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect? All set to go here in the 2021 Pro Bowl. This should be good, and we are underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Takes over
so out comes the NFC for their opening drive. Leading him out, the MVP of Super Bowl 52, Nick Foles.
And no doubt about it, it was a banner year for quarterbacks in the NFC. A number of guys could very well have been selected for this. But I thought he stood out. I thought he found a way to separate himself from the pack. And he's been rewarded as the starting quarterback in the Pro Bowl. Definitely the right choice in my book.
Foles. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard.
Throwing again on second down. Foles. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
43-yard line.
Here's Foles. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
And it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Tre'Davious White on the cover.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Now Foles. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed 1 of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Raider on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the NFC out to an early 3-0 lead.
Visitors, nothing.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here now the AFC for their first drive. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I know he's not showing it on the outside, but inside, he's got to be celebrating, because think about all the quarterbacking we saw in the AFC this year. 5 or 6 guys could have earned this honor. He got the nod, a real feather in his cap.
First carry for Nick Chubb. He chucks him aside.
Thumped him.
Still fighting. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his offseason working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
That's good for an AFC 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Thrown over the middle, and it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Field goal, a 34-yard attempt.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will tie us at 3-3.
Game at 3-3.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Well, it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So now we'll get our 2nd look in this game at the NFC offense. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. This time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. This is Jones.
That was a nicely run slant around it. What the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
His 49-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up
out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast, but sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you, and maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
A lot of times coming in a good pace, and he dropped it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Throws. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. An 11-yard touchdown. And the NFC has taken the lead.
We're still in the 1st quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
10. Visitors 3.
touchdown out is Prater to kick.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
So now the AFC offense here coming back out for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. Roquan Smith leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Rodgers. And Pascal's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
That's another AFC first down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
5-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
A run for Nick Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this 1st quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They run. Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
3rd and 14.
10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports.
Our home team 10, visitors 3.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. He's a bulldozer. Oh, and now some space to operate. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
They'll give it to Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. The coverage good that time by the NFC defense. Brings up 4th down. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Visitors 6.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. For Davius White on the
to throw on 2nd and 10. Foles. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Another NFC 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up
had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Foles. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Robinson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Prater's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6.
Team 13. Visitors 6.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The AFC about ready to take over on offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On the ground, it's Chubb. They'll get 3 up to midfield.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Matt Milano on the tackle.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And all the way to the opposite 48. A huge play there on the screen pass. 42 yards.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the delay, Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
Now Jones.
At the 43-yard line.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
For an NFC.
Here's Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Now Foles. It's incomplete. Deebo Samuel is the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Foles. Again looking for Samuel. This time the catch made. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Looking to throw. Well, that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And fires one incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Oh, wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Rodgers again now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Bailey's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Visitors 9.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
It's over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100. Well, the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. They'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Samuel bringing in the slant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
On for the field goal, a 55-yard attempt.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. So we have come upon halftime of this Pro Bowl with the NFC on top of the AFC. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. In the game you're watching, it's the former Super Bowl MVP, Nick Foles, with the strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Goddard.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The AFC offense now set to start this 3rd quarter. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. And again, it's Chubb. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
To throw is Rodgers. On 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. From 17 yards out. And the AFC able to cut it to within a score.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously, they finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the two-point conversion. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That keeps the score. Our home team.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At their own 28-yard line.
Now the NFC heading out for their first drive of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they tell their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
First down. It's Jones. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10.
That's good for another NFC.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the NFC adds on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Visitors 15.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
their own 25.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can still.
Now he's into the clear. He's at the 40, past the 20. Touchdown! Nick Chubb, 75 yards. And the AFC able to draw a bit closer. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
22.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block. And they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, they'll throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Quickly into the hands of Robinson. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get about 5 here, so take this down inside the 20-yard line.
The ball carrier taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
nickel formation here defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. This is Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense.
And he will carry this one in. Touchdown, NFC. Aaron Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. Great play, but admittedly, the tackling in the Pro Bowl, Charles, not always the best.
I would say that they're not quite as committed to getting a guy on the ground in the Pro Bowl as maybe during the regular season and, of course, in the playoffs. But still, heck of an individual effort there on that run.
Prater on to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
The AFC set to take over on offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
Incomplete. He was covered by Dante Jackson.
Rodgers now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Stiff-armed him. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
33.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. And Schultz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd
After what
down.
they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Team 34. Visitors 22.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Foles. Shakes off the sack. Boy State, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought you did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Foles. Open man is Samuel. Complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain.
They'll try again with Jones. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the NFC adds on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The AFC offense making their way back out. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make the play? Which means someone will have a play made against them, and they'll have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Coverage defensively by...
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Landry again the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
To throw again. Rodgers. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He's 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission. I think
you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
The stop made by Myles Garrett. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and...
On 2nd down, it's Jones.
He is 30 yards line.
Here's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Brings up third down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Jones. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the NFC able to widen their advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's into the hands of Pascal. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Another AFC first down.
And again, it's Rodgers. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Rodgers. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
At the 30-yard line.
Rodgers again now. And hitting Juju on the slant. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. A gain of 6 there on first. 4 yards to go on second down from the 7. A run for Nick Chubb. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 3-yard line.
The AFC thus far on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Touchdown, AFC.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Bailey now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with an AFC touchdown.
29.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it is gobbled up by the NFC. Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, it's Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. We'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard.
So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Jones, the ball carrier. Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.